Hello guys, I continue with the other video. This is the second part of the second class of reported speech, which I called reporting verbs now. So far we know that we use reported speech to talk about the situation that we want to tell, what happened, but now I'm teaching you how to use the reporting verbs. This is the important thing that we have to do. We have to infer what the situation was and use directly the reporting verbs. This is how we are going to work from now on, mostly. Sometimes we are going to do the reported speech in the traditional way, but this is how you would apply this for the first certificate exam in the paraphrasing activities. So far we know that inferring the situation we can use certain verbs. For instance, we can use offer, we can use promise, we can use deny, apologize, suggest, remind, persuade, warn, advise, etc. There are some verbs which are used only in the reported speech. So once we identify the situation, we decide which verb we are going to use, and according to the given pattern, porque depende qué es lo que nos den para usar, a veces nos dan ing, a veces nos dan to, a veces nos dan alguna otra palabra que nos está indicando cuál de los patrones tenemos que usar. ¿Por qué digo esto? Because the verbs have different patterns. For instance, suggest, it can be used in many different ways. It can be used plus an object and ing. It can be used with that. It can be used with a noun, not with an object, sorry. It can be used with a noun, with ing, with that, plus a sentence, with that, with should. It depends on the situation. Entonces, primero lo que les di fue los patrones, los distintos patrones del comportamiento de los verbos, pero van a ver que se repiten, porque hay verbos que se pueden usar de una manera o de otra, entonces depende de lo que me dan, es lo que voy a usar, ¿sí? Repaso. So, we have promise, offer, and agree, for example, that are used with the verb plus to or not to and the infinitive. He promised to do it. He offered to take the children to the zoo, remember? Other pattern, number 2, verb plus object plus to or not to infinitive. The police officer warned me not to walk on the ice. Number 3, verb plus a preposition plus a noun o plus an ing verb. Eso es lo que vimos hasta acá, vimos ayer, creo. Entonces, which ones are these verbs? Accuse of, admit to, apologize for, complain about. They can be followed by a noun, a situation, or an ing verb. For example, he complained about the mess. The mess sería un sustantivo. Or he apologized for arriving late. Yes? ing pattern. Luego tenemos ahí, verb plus noun or ing verb es similar a este, pero no tienen preposition. Which ones are they? Admit, deny, recommend. Por ejemplo, alguien dice, I have stolen the money. So Peter admitted, ¿sí?, the theft, el robo, noun. Or Peter admitting having stolen the money. ¿Ven? I use ing. No uso el objeto acá, de preposition como tenía que usar en el otro. Una nota importante es lo que les dije, que some of the verbs, like suggest, they have different patterns. For instance, suggest can be used with a noun, with an ing verb, with that plus a sentence, or with that with a sentence with should, but never ever with the infinitive form. Otra forma, otro patrón, verb plus that plus a sentence. Se repiten algunos. Admit, deny, explain, recommend, suggest. The doctor recommended that we do exercise. ¿Ven? Este es el patrón. Y hay otro muy similar que además le agrega el objeto, que es este acá arriba. A ver si se ve ahí. Verb, object, that. Con remind and con promise. Tom promised me that he would pick up the girls. Yes? So my piece of advice would be that once you study the patterns, what I would do, I would take the verb y escribir, a ver qué sé yo, deny, ¿con qué patrón va? Con este, con este, con este, con este. Listo. Y los estudian así. So this way, you will never miss it. Nunca se van a equivocar. You won't make a mistake. This is my suggestion. Take the verb, once you study all the patterns, take the verbs one by one and says, okay, a ver, complain. ¿Con qué patrón aplica? Este o puede ser este o puede ser este. Tal otro. Son siempre los mismos, o sea que no son tantos. Parecen, pero no. Bien, y lo que me queda explicarles es the passive voice in reports. We use the passive voice to report. ¿Sí? Generalmente in the newspapers and so on, we use the passive voice. A ver si esto lo tengo escrito aquí. Ahí. ¿Se ve mi dedo? Sí. So, in reports, how do we use it? Somebody or something is said, is thought, is considered, is supposed, is understood to plus the infinitive or not to plus the infinitive. For instance, if you say lions are known to hunt in this section. This pattern is used when you use about the general knowledge, about the simple present, about the things that occur every day. But when we want to talk about the past, for example, we want to say, a ver ahí, that the president gave the speech yesterday. You can use the direct speech like this, but if you are using, if you are writing for a newspaper, for instance, it's better that you use it in a report form, in a reporting form way. For example, I take the verb suppose. Entonces, this same sentence I will put it into the reported speech of the passive voice. De esta manera. Pero lo voy a hacer en pasado, ¿sí? Porque the sentence was in the past. I can say, the president is supposed to had given the speech the day before. The president is supposed to, y pongo la past perfect, ¿sí? O it is supposed that the president gave or had given the speech the day before. Otra manera de hacer con passive voice es con it is planned, it is agreed to infinitive verb. It is been planned to finish the lesson today. This is all the information. So, to sum up, we have certain verbs, we have different patterns to follow, and we also have the passive voice, as I said before. This is kind of rare to appear, but sometimes it may appear. Now, I will ask you to go to the page 89 of the book and do this exercise of paraphrasing. All of these. We're going to work with all of these. So, try to do them. Take the verbs, take the pages in the pages 174, 173, and check the patterns if you need. Try to write the sentences, try to make the exercises, pause the video, and I will give you the answers right now. Yo las doy ahora las respuestas. Ustedes pausen el video, hagan el ejercicio, los ejercicios, and then check it. Vamos con la primera. Bueno, no,